Welcome to Geography Samacheer Syllabus of Tamilnadu. Class 10 Geography Lesson 5 India Population, Transport, Communication and Trade. First, let us see about population. What is population? Population refers to the total number of people living in a particular area. Population helps us to get an estimate of the number of people and how to act accordingly. For instance, if we know the particular population of a region or city, we can estimate the number of resources it needs. The study of human population is one of the most important aspects in geography of any region. The human population has many components, but the most fundamental are its number, that is, the number of people, composition, how many male, how many female, the composition, how many children, the different factors, the different age groups that make up a population of a place is called as composition, distribution, and density. These are the important components of population. Therefore, it is essential to study these components. The study of population is called as demography. Demography helps us to understand the process that influence the size, growth, characteristics, and distribution of human population. By analyzing the birth rates, death rates, migration patterns, and actuarial tables of life expectancy, we hope to explain past trends and accurately it helps us to predict the future. Since the population has a huge impact on our lives, it is an important part of geography. Geographers who study human populations are particularly interested in patterns that emerge over time. They study such information as how many people live in an area, why people live, where do they live, and how populations change. The study on these aspects also would reveal the workforce of the country. The total number of people residing in a country at a specified period of time is called the population of that country. India is the second most populous country in the world, next only to China. India covers only 2.4% of the land area of the world, whereas it is the home of about 17.5% of the world's population. It shows that the proportion of population of India is far higher than the proportion of its area. Thus, a little more than 1 out of every 6 persons in the world is from India. And this table shows the most 10 populous countries of the world. What is the census? Population census is the total process of collecting, compiling, analyzing, or otherwise disseminating. What is the meaning of disseminating? That is spreading or studying extensively or expansively is called as disseminating. Disseminating demographic, economic, and social data pertaining at a specific time of all persons in a country or a well-defined part of a country. It happens in an interval of 10 years in our country. The census data are used for administration, planning, policy making, as well as management and evaluation of various programs by the government. In India, the first census was carried out in the year 1872, but the complete and synchronous census was conducted in the year 1881, and the 2011 census represents the 15th census of India. And in the year 1872, the first census was carried out under the viceroyship of Lord Mayo. The first census of independent India. The first census of independent India was conducted in the year 1951, which was the 7th census in its continuous series. The enumeration period of this census was from 9th to 28th February 1951. A 3-day revision round from 1st to 3rd March was undertaken to update the data as on Sundays of 1st March, the reference date. The entire Jammu and Kashmir was excluded from 1951 census and its population was estimated on the basis of past census figures. And it is expected that our next census is due next year, that is in 2021, will be mostly a digital census. The distribution of population and population density. The term population distribution refers to the way the people are spaced over the Earth's surface. We all know that even the resources of our country or in any part of the world is unevenly distributed. Likewise, the population is also unevenly distributed all over the earth. The population distribution in India is quite uneven. Variation in the because of the variation in the availability of resources. We all know that India is a land of diversity. We have the tallest mountains of the world, Himalayas, the wettest place, Mountain Rim, one of the hottest place, Thar Desert. We have plateaus, plains, everything in our country. So based on the terrain, weather, and also the availability of resources, the population is distributed quite unevenly. Concentrated in the regions of industrial centers and the good agricultural lands, areas such as high mountains, arid lands, that is dry lands, thickly forested areas, and some remote corners are very thinly populated, and some areas are even uninhabited. The factors affecting population distribution are generally urbanization, transport, the terrain, that is the type of the land, climate, soil, water bodies, and mineral resources. Uttar Pradesh is the most populous state in the country with the population of 199.5 million, followed by Maharashtra, 112.3 million, then Bihar, which is in the third place with 103.8 million. Then West Bengal in the fourth place with 91.3 million. And the combined Andhra Pradesh and Telangana here, combined Andhra Pradesh and Telangana ranks fifth with 84.6 million. These five states account for about half of the country's population. Once the Telangana is bifurcated from Andhra Pradesh, it comes to the 10th position. And Madhya Pradesh comes to the 5th position. Sikkim was the least populous state of India with 0.61 million. Sikkim is here. This is the least populous state of India. And Delhi with 16.75 million population tops among the union territories. The uneven distribution of population in the country is a result of several factors such as physical, socio-economic, and historical ones. The physical factors like relief, climate, water, natural vegetation, minerals, and energy resources, they are responsible for the physical factors. Socio-economic factors consist of the religion, culture, political issues, economy, human settlements, transport network, industrialization, urbanization, employment opportunity, etc. See, for example, let us take the northern Great Plains, fertile plains of India, which is one of the most thickly populated region of our country. Here, the weather is very favorable. It has excellent transport network, fertile soil, which is very suitable for carrying out the agriculture. So naturally, it has the high density population. And Himalayas, very harsh climate and very difficult terrain and extreme weather. So it has low density. Now let us see density of population. Density of population is expressed as number of persons per square kilometers. The number of people living in a square kilometer is called as density of population. It is usually obtained by dividing the population of a place by the area of the place. According to 2011 census, the average density of population of India is 382 persons per square kilometer. India is one of the most thickly populated 10 countries of the world. The most densely populated state of India is Bihar, and the state with the least population density is Arunachal Pradesh. Among the union territories, Delhi is the densely populated one with 11,297 per square kilometer, while Andaman and Nicobar Islands have the lowest density population. The most densely populated state of India, Bihar, has 1,102 persons per square kilometers, whereas Arunachal Pradesh, the least densely populated state, has only 17 people per square kilometer. And among the union territories, Delhi is the most densely populated with 11,297 people per square kilometer, and Andaman and Nicobar Islands has only 46 people with the lowest density of population. Population growth and change. Population change refers to an increase or decrease of population of an area from one period to another period. Population growth is influenced by the birth rate, death rate, and migration. These three make the changes in the population. So the birth rate, death rate, and migration brings out the changes in the population. What is birth rate? Birth rate refers to the number of live births per 1,000 people in a year. Death rate refers to the number of deaths per 1,000 people in a year. The rapid decline in the death rate is the major cause of the rapid growth of population in India. Because of the advancement in the field of medicine and technology, the life expectancy of the Indians have been increased, and it is one of the reasons for the rapid decline in the death rate. Now let us see what is migration. You would have studied about the migration of animals and birds in lower classes. As like the birds and animals migrate or move from one place to another place, people also move from one place to another place for different regions. It is a movement of people across the regions and territories. It can be internal within a country, that is from Tamilnadu to Andhra, Andhra to Delhi, Delhi to West Bengal, Mumbai to Kolkata, Rajasthan to Uttar Pradesh. So these are all the examples for internal migration. This does not bring any change in the population of a country. Internal migration does not change the size of population of a country, but it influences the distribution of population in a nation. It plays an important role in changing the composition and distribution of population. In India, the mass migration is from rural areas to urban areas. People tend to move from rural areas to urban areas. Better education, employment opportunities, and medical facilities. Unemployment and underemployment in the rural areas are the push factors, and the employment opportunity and higher wages in the urban areas are caused by the industrial development or pull factors of migration in the country. What is population composition? It refers to the characteristics like age, sex, marital status, caste, religion, language, education, occupation, etc. The study of composition of population helps us to understand the social, economic, and demographic structure of population. The age composition of population refers to the number of people in different age groups in a country. Population of a nation is generally grouped into three broad categories. In India, the children who has less than 15 years of age constitute 29.5%, and the people above 60 years constitute 8%. So the dependent population in India is 37.5%, and the independent population between the age group of 16 to 59 years is 62.5%. It shows that our country has enormous manpower. Let us see this pie chart. Here, 0 to 15 years, 29.5% who are considered as children. 16 to 59 years, workforce, they constitute the workforce of our country, and they are 62.5%, and above 60 years, 8%. Sex ratio. What is sex ratio? It is defined as the number of females per 1,000 male population. According to 2011 census, the sex ratio of the country is 940 females per 1,000 males. This suggests that the size of female population is lower than males. The ratio for Kerala is 1.084, that is 1,084 females per 1,000 males, while the national figure is only 0.940, that is 940 females per 1,000 males. Literacy rate. Literacy rate is no doubt the indicator of the quality of people. The people who are able to read and write are known as literates. The percentage of literate people to the total population is termed as literacy rate. There has been a steady improvement in the literacy levels in India. India's literacy rate as per 2011 census is 74.04 percentage. From this, the literacy rate of male is 82.14 percentage and female is 64.46 percentage. It shows that still there is a vast gap between the male and female literacy rate. Kerala ranks first in the country with a literacy rate of 93.91 percentage, followed by Union Territory Lakshadweep with 92.28 percentage. The lowest literacy rate is found in Bihar, 63.82 percentage. Occupational structure. The economically active part of a country's population is enumerated during the census operations and stated as workers. Workers are placed under threefold categories in census record. They are main workers, marginal workers, and non-workers. And who are main workers? The persons who work for 6 months or more during the reference year are considered as main workers. Marginal workers are the workers who work for less than 6 months. And for the first time in 2011 census, the marginal workers have been subdivided into two categories, namely those who work for less than 3 months and those who work for 3 to 6 months. So main workers are the people who work for 6 months or more than 6 months in a year. Marginal workers are the people who worked for less than 6 months, and non-workers are the people who did not work at all during the reference period. And these non-workers comprise of persons like students engaged in household duties, dependents, pensioners, beggars, etc. Population dynamics. Human population dynamics is a field that tracks factors related to changes in the size of population and its characteristics. Predicting population changes is an important aspect of population studies. Population dynamics has an impact by the health of people, their housing facilities, transportation, environment, urban growth and change, education, and labor force. Problems of overpopulation. In India, growing pressure of population on resource base created many socio-economic, cultural, political, ecological, and environmental problems. The population problems vary in space and time and differ from region to region. Some of the major issues created by the overpopulation in our country are overcrowding, unemployment and underemployment, low standard of living, malnutrition, mismanagement of natural and agricultural resources, unhealthy environment. So, overpopulation leads to many problems simultaneously. So, when the population increases, the space or the area of the earth or the resources, they do not increase or multiply. We have to manage with the same available of land and resources. So they have to be shared among the increased number of people, which results in the over exploitation of resources that leads to the pollution, land degradation, and so many health issues. What is urbanization? The movement of people from rural area to urban areas is called as urbanization. The increase in city population is a result of urbanization. And some people, they think moving from rural areas to urban area is right. And for some people, it is a wrong move. Urbanization in India. The level of urbanization is measured in terms of percentage of urban population. Goa is the most urbanized state of India, and Himachal Pradesh is the least urbanized state. Among the union territories, Delhi is the most urbanized region, followed by Chandigarh. Among the major states, Tamil Nadu continues to be the second most urbanized state with 48.4% of urban population, followed by Kerala and Maharashtra. Impact of urbanization. Urbanization and population concentration go hand in hand and are closely related to each other. Rural to urban migration leads to population explosion in urban areas. Metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Kolkata, and Delhi have more population that can accommodate. Major problems of urbanization in India. It creates urban sprawl. It makes overcrowding in urban centers. and it leads to the shortage of houses in urban areas, which ultimately increases the rent in those areas. It leads to the formation of slums. Already we know that the metropolitan cities like Chennai, Mumbai, and Kolkata have the largest slums of our country. It increases the traffic congestion in cities, creates water scarcity, creates drainage problem. It poses a problem of solid waste management and it increases the rate of crime. With this, the population aspect of this lesson comes to an end. Hope you understand this part. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video, and also subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.